Hey guys, this is Justin back with an engineer's perspective, and today we'll be talking about my favorite EDC flashlight. So I've kind of laid out the bulk of my flashlights that I have just so you can kind of get an understanding of where I'm coming from and what I've experienced. I did forget a little through night that I have, but it's garbage, so whatever. But so you can see I've got some Streamlights, some Surefires, a through night, and then Olights, and then another Streamlight. So I'm not going to talk about these bigger flashlights today. Today we'll be talking about EDC flashlights. And there are certain scenarios where I'll EDC a bigger one, typically this one here, the Surefire Tactician. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about small, everyday carry, like every single day lights. So I've got this setting out right now, just to make a quick point, is that my very favorite EDC light is the Olight S1 mini Baton. But there are scenarios where I'm kind of upgunning my EDC, and that's when I'm carrying a Leatherman in these double-sided pouches like I am today. So I took this right off my belt, and when I've got a flashlight in here, then I ditch this because I just don't need two of them. So I left this out for you, and I've been carrying this. Normally I carry this in like a nice looking heritage leather sheath, but I've been testing out the Leatherman ratchet, so that's why I've been doing this doohickey. So anyways, onto the flashlight. So these are my top two, but three options that I've messed around with the most here. I've tried lots of like small, really garbage ones and some keychain ones that I just don't really like. And I've whittled it down to these here. So first, let's talk about all the things to know about the S1 Baton. So first of all, it's got a 600 lumen turbo. That's a double click, and you get 600 lumen turbo. It's very small, about a little over 2 inches in length, about 3/4 of an inch in thickness. The bezel diameter is almost the same as the body. It's got this awesome two-way pocket clip. I've put this onto like my hard hat or baseball cap many times. Super useful. And then you can use it as a headlamp. That's one of the big features of it for sure. I don't know how much it weighs, not a lot, 1.5 ounces maybe. Let's see, I think the compact is like 1.8, or maybe it's more than that. No, it's the cadet, that's 1.8. Yeah, probably about 1.5 ounces on this guy. The beam on it, as with most Olights, is very even. It's not just like a single hot spot with some spill. It's just very distributed brightness. And then you've got, so a double tap for turbo. You can turn it on, you hold it down to cycle through 3 brightnesses. And then also if you long press, you get the moonlight setting. And it's got a magnetic tail cap. So that's a big reason why I got it. And then when you buy it, it'll come with a CR123A battery, that a 650 milliamp hour, and it's rechargeable via that USB port. There's a little red light that'll turn green when it's fully charged. So that battery coming with this is super nice. So that's kind of the basics of it. Why is it my favorite EDC light? The size and the power and the UI of it is what really does it for me. So when I basically use 2 settings on this. I use the moonlight setting when I'm trying to find my socks in my dark bedroom in the morning or something like that. Or when I want to really see something, I'll use the turbo. And the turbo will not run for very long. There you go, see it already turned down. And that depends on how charged up the battery is. Sometimes you get like 30 seconds or so. I've used that a lot where I'll turn it on and snap a picture of something, especially when I was working at the sugar refinery. The reason I bought this was because I kept forgetting my main work flashlight, and it'd be dark and I'd need a flashlight. So I'd just slip this down in my pocket And being able to have so much brightness in such a small, compact package was really important. And I got so used to having it and being able to stick it on a pipe to write stuff down and see what I'm doing that it's just become my everyday. I wasn't smart enough to bring my phone out, my second phone out here, but basically the way I carry this is in my right jeans pocket. If this is my phone, that's my light, and that's my pocket knife. Usually it kind of is at like an angle, and that's how they sit, just like that. And I'll just, honestly, I usually have to pull my phone and then kind of weasel it out of there. So it is a little bit of pain in the butt, or pull my knife and kind of scooch it out. So it's not ideal, but for me, it's too thick to be on the pocket clip. So I like to just drop it down in the bottom of my pocket like that. I can't speak to the battery life, even though I've carried this basically every day for 2.5 years, because I don't sit and leave it running all day long. I don't charge it very often at all. I probably use it, I don't know, several times a week, I guess. But I'll just say the battery life is good. It hasn't ever left me wanting. So it has pooped out on me before though. But that's just because I don't charge it regularly. But very good battery life, very bright, very useful UI. You can get to the settings you like quick. Great pocket clip. So yeah, downsides of it are that I think it's too thick to pocket carry. Lots of people carry lights this thick, just like all of these. But the real downside to this light is that this power button is very easy to inadvertently click when it's in your pocket, and it'll be on and waste its battery while it's sitting down in there. There is a way to lock out the power button, but then it's annoying when you're trying to turn it back on. So it's kind of like, what's the point for me? So that's why just when I put it in my pocket, I purposefully put button down and pocket clip up, and that pretty much solves the problem like 95% of the time. So the reason why this has beat out lights like these two is because, one, it is way brighter than the Streamlight MicroStream USB or the Olight i3T EOS. You know, you've got over double the brightness with this guy, and where I'm at is at a certain point, I've just got so many dang things clipped onto my pockets that I just don't want anymore, or I run out of places to clip it that are comfortable. So I like being able to slip this down into my pocket, and that length works a lot better for me than that. So I get it, it's brighter and it carries nicer in the pocket. However, when I am having it clipped into my pocket, then obviously I prefer this slender form factor over top of the Olight. So yeah, in conclusion, it's a great light. I've had it for 2.5 years. I have no idea if they have an update on this. They probably do. I will throw this out there. I don't believe in Olights as being like a pro dependable tool. So I don't believe in them even in like an industrial environment, and I'll do a review on this M2R Warrior discussing that. But in just like an everyday situation, or as like a backup light like this was for me and as it is for me, then I think it's really great. And it's so bright, it's so light, it's so compact, it's just so good. It's the whole package. So I recommend you check this light out. It's not very expensive, like $40 or so, and it just really packs a wallop. So that's my review on the Olight S1 Mini Baton. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one, guys. Bye.